Hello students, welcome to Math 200 in the summer quarter of 2020, Applied General Probability and Statistics. Just wanted to do an intro video to introduce you to the syllabus, make sure we know what to do to begin this class. So this is my information. My name is Jonathan Rowe. This is our meeting, well, obviously won't be meeting in class, but this is our kind of pseudo meeting time. The class officially begins on June the 1st and ends on July 17th. My office hours are between 9 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Monday through Thursday. Let me change that, in fact, here on the syllabus. Monday through Thursday. But you can make an appointment with me if you need individualized help. You could try to make an appointment with me and we could see if we could find a time to meet if 9 to 11:30 doesn't work for you or doesn't work for me on a particular day. It's always going to be Monday through Thursday though. It's going to need to be then. But I want to help you if you need help. Here's my email. Here's the phone number on campus that usually forwards to my phone but doesn't always forward to my cell phone. The best way to get in touch with me, though, is not email and not that phone number, but through the Remind texting program. The Remind texting program. You can either download a Remind app to your phone or you can just use your regular texting app. All you have to do to sign up for that, for this class, is text this code. So the at symbol, then at MAT200JR. At MAT200JR. That's what goes in the body of the text. You text that code to the number 81010. Okay? That should sign you up for the Remind texting for this class. And then you'll be able to text me through that, and I will be able to text you through that. Next, here we have the Math Excel course ID, which I'm going to go ahead and explain that to you. What is Math Excel? Math Excel is an online learning and assignment platform. And so with this situation we find ourselves in, with this having to do everything online, this is going to be really just an invaluable tool that everybody needs, all the students need to get. You are urgently encouraged to purchase access to this online program. The cost for the program is $59.99 for 6 months of access. All right, if you feel like you can't afford that, then I would probably encourage you to drop the course and sign up for a different term. Retake it again in the fall or something like that. But this is just a really important tool that's going to be necessary for us to do this, to navigate this math material together in this online format. It'll be a valuable resource for your success in the class and, more importantly, your learning of the material. There's great things about it. When you do Math Excel, you get an unlimited amount of opportunities to submit the answers to the problem. So if you miss the problem 10 times but get it right the 11th time, you still get the credit for the problem. The main thing is that you learn how to do the work. You learn how to complete these problems and how to understand these concepts. It also provides help right there in the problem. So if you need help on a problem and get stuck on it, you can click on the question help. Let me just show you an example of how that works. So this is one of your homework problems. This is what Math Excel looks like. Okay, you can kind of see this program here. And so we read through the problem. If we get stuck, don't know how to do it, we click on question help. And here are all these helps. You can click help me solve this. If you click on that, it'll take you through the steps of how to solve the problem. But then it'll give you a new problem, just like this problem, that you have to then complete to get credit for the problem. You can click view an example, and what that'll do is it'll give you a different problem that's like this one and show you how to solve that one. Then it'll take you back to this original one that you have to do to get credit for the problem. You can click textbook, and it'll bring up your online textbook where this kind of topic is discussed in the textbook. You can click ask my instructor, but you should probably never do that, because all that's going to do is send me an email. And that's not the best way to get in touch with me anyway, because I tend to take longer to respond to emails than I do texts. You could try to text me if you need help, extra help. If none of this stuff helps you, if the question help doesn't help you, by the way, I post videos to explain each topic, and each homework assignment is associated with a video that I post to teach you how to do these things. But if you're still stuck, you could send me a text. Maybe you could send me a picture of the problem, and maybe I could respond in the text. We could, you could try that. You could also text me and say you need some extra help, and we might be able to set up a phone call to help you. So there's all kinds of ways to get help, but with Math Excel, you have a lot of help right here in the program itself. So that's really, really nice. All right, so the way that you will sign up for Math Excel, let me see if I can pull up those instructions. You will follow these instructions. You'll go to mathexcel.com, and if you've never signed up for Math Excel before, you'll click the Student button in the Register section and follow the instructions on the screen to register for Math Excel. When it asks you for a course ID, you will enter this code. This is the same code that's on your syllabus. And these instructions are also on, so the syllabus and the Math Excel enrollment instruction sheet here are both on the Moodle course page in the folder that's titled Syllabus and Math Excel Enrollment handout. So you can get this there. And then just continue to follow the instructions until you're signed up for the Math Excel program. All right. You can read through this on your own. Let's get back to the course materials, the things you need. You will also need a TI-84 graphing calculator. If you want to use a higher model of calculator than a TI-84, you can, but all of the instructional videos are going to be done using the TI-84, so it'll be up to you to learn how to use your calculator if you get a different one, to use that on your own. So I would really highly recommend just get a TI-84 graphing calculator to make your life easier. If you don't have a TI-84 calculator, you'll need to purchase one. They can cost around $120 new, like at a Walmart or Office Max or something like that, but or Amazon. But you could also, you might be able to find a used model, a used TI-84 on eBay or some other reseller website for a lot cheaper. So you're welcome to try to find a better deal if you want to on that. Of course, you'll need access to the internet outside of class. Let's keep on going. Some of this stuff kind of is more relevant to in-seat classes. All right. Administrative procedures. Let's go down to that. No, I probably better read this other stuff too. Okay. So, what's important here? You'll have two main categories for your grades. We have two categories. The first category is called practice. So that includes all the homework that we do, all those homework assignments on Math Excel. All of that goes into a category that counts for 30% of your final grade in the course. The other category is called tests. All right, tests go into a category that counts for 70% of the course. On Math Excel, the difference will be that tests, you'll do those on Math Excel as well. The tests, you don't get multiple chances to answer the questions. You don't get an unlimited amount of chances on tests, but on homework assignments, you get an unlimited amount of chances to answer the question correctly. Not so on tests. All right. I got to read this to you. Any grade review must be initiated with the faculty member, department chair, or assistant dean within 30 days of the end of the grading period in which the grade was reported. Any student who feels he or she may need an accommodation or assistance based on the impact of a disability should contact the student disability coordinator to complete the process of becoming verified and receive instructor notification letters. Once the notification letter is presented with timely notice to the faculty member, then accommodations can be received until the end of the course. The student disability officer for this campus is Miss Priscilla Adams, located on the second floor of the Dublin campus, or she can be reached by calling this number. All right, administrative procedures. Completion of the drop-add process and the withdrawal process is the responsibility of the student. The maximum number of absences allowed before withdrawal for non-attendance is 2. Okay, so you are allowed to miss 2 classes, but really that's not very relevant to this online format, is it? Your attendance will be based on your completion of the assignments that we have. So if you fail to complete the assignments, or if you, then you're going to be counted absent. So not only will you get a bad grade on that assignment if you don't complete it, you will also be counted absent. And if you get more than 2 absences, you can be withdrawn from the class. Now, if you have a valid reason with written documentation for your reason, then it's possible you might get an extension on assignment and not be counted absent. But you can't miss more than 2. If you miss more than 2, you could be automatically withdrawn. There could be an exception for the 3rd absence. Like, so if you have really good reasons and you've communicated everything to me with written documentation, I could give an exception for the 3rd absence. But there usually are no exceptions for the 4th time that happens. All right. Every 3 tardies counts as an absence. If a student misses more than 20 minutes of the class, it will count as an absence rather than a tardy. If a student is habitually late to class, he or she may be asked to withdraw from the class. Now, that obviously also is not relevant to this online format. So, all right, no later makeup work is accepted. Okay, this again is not really relevant to the online format. You will not be allowed to distract from the class. Always notify the professor if there are any issues. Now let me read the ethics policy. GMC emphasizes character and ethical behavior in all aspects of the curriculum. During the quarter, ethical issues and dilemmas will be discussed as they pertain to mathematics. Instructors will include some type of activity in this area. Since the primary goal of education is to increase one's own knowledge, academic dishonesty will not be tolerated at GMC. Students and faculty are expected to abide by the GMC Honor Code, which is, I will neither lie, cheat, steal, nor tolerate those who do. So keep that policy in mind. And I will just go ahead and say ethics are really a foundation for all other things in life. Whether it's your academic learning, whether it's math, science, language, ethics undergird truth. Because is there a truth and a false? If not, then it doesn't matter what you learn. You could learn that 2 + 2 = 5 and it wouldn't matter. Because who cares if there's no such thing as right and wrong or true and false or anything like that? And then the whole world would be in chaos, and who knows? In fact, you could say, I can fly. If I jump off this building, I can fly. And you could lie to yourself. And why shouldn't you lie to yourself if there's no such thing as ethics? But you're going to find it to be a very bad decision, won't you? So ethics undergird everything else in life, including mathematics, because they undergird truth, which is what this is about. Okay, so let's just get back to some basics of how this course works. In general, you will go to the Moodle course page, and let's say you want to get started on learning chapter 1. I would recommend you watch the 1.1 video, learn the concepts in there, take notes on it. I do plenty of examples, and then go to Math Excel and do your assignment on section 1.1. Then do the same thing for 1.2, and so on and so forth, and that's kind of how it'll work. Once you do chapter 1 and chapter 2, then there will be a test over those 2 chapters. I plan to make a calendar so that you'll know when the due dates for all these things are going to be. Let's go to the syllabus quiz as well. Make sure we know how to answer the syllabus quiz. Okay, so here's the syllabus quiz. Let's go through the questions. And by the way, this syllabus quiz will count as a grade in the practice category. How many absences are allowed before automatic withdrawal? The answer should be this answer. 2 absences are allowed. 3 are allowed only if there are legitimate circumstances with written documentation. No exceptions on the 4th. So that's what you should put there. How many tardies equate to an absence? Even though this doesn't apply really for this online format we're doing, the answer is this one. 3 tardies equate to an absence. How many minutes of class would one miss to be counted absences instead of tardy? The answer is 20 minutes. The fastest, okay, true or false? The fastest way to contact Mr. Rose by email. That is false. The best way to contact me, fastest way to contact me is through the remind texts. The TI-84 graphing calculator or equivalent is required for successful completion of the course. That is true. Math Excel is an online program for the class where homework is done and the textbook can be accessed. On each homework problem, I'm allowed multiple submissions and help is provided within the program. That is true. Mr. Rose office hours, don't worry about what that says, but here's the deal. Making an appointment so that Mr. Rowe knows you're coming is no big deal. You're going to put false for that because, and this is just the quiz I always have given when we were in seat, meeting in person. You always needed to make an appointment so that I knew you were coming. So that's false because it is a big deal. Should you get help from Mr. O outside of class? The answer should be yes. Mr. O would love to help you understand the material better. So, yes. Grade categories are what? Tests 70%, practice 30%. And the last question, cheating isn't that big a deal at GMC. You're going to select false. It is a big deal. Okay, so hopefully that gets you started good, gets you started well on this course. Let's see here. I think you're supposed to complete this hybrid quiz. I'm not even sure what that is. That's something that the administration above us puts on every Moodle course page. So I guess probably some general kind of things that you need to know. Yeah. So hopefully you will enjoy this class and learn a lot from it. Good luck getting started.